God. It's too much. It really is too much, though. Let's see. What is everybody talking about? Uh-oh. Something shocking. We'll see. We'll see how my YouTube channel does. If I hang out for a while, I'm going to turn this light down some. That's really, really bright. And I think we're good. I think I'm looking up enough. Hi, everybody who's joining. Let me know if you can see I'm trying to look up the camera. I'm supposed to be looking into the camera. Hi, everybody. Come in the room. Come join. Come ask some questions. It's Thursday. We got a live. We got my cards. Hello. How are you? Hola, she says. Hola to you. Where's my cards? Right here. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. I like your celebratory emoji. It's great. Let's see what kind of energy we have today. Do you know today is the Lovers card and the Devil card? So we can confront our demons. We're supposed to be confronting our demons in relationships. Hey, and I guess that's coming true for me today. I've been just an awful person today. Oh man. I have not been listening to my higher self, so I decided to come. One thing that helps with that is doing tarot. It reminds me, we're all on a path, and it's no, I am not. I'm about 70% unpacked, so it's pretty functional. But there's a couple of things we have to find, like my son's speakers for his computer, and I just found my meds today. So the first time I took not meds, supplements, my vitamins and all that. I took some of that, and I took some psyllium because I've been eating like I have no sense. So I was really glad to have my supplements in place, and I'm a vitamin B, so I'm a little bit peppier. My coffee maker did not make it, so I've been sans coffee since Friday. And so when I do get coffee, I have to go get it, which is a problem. It gets cold where I am, so you have to get in the car and drive all the way over. This morning it was 40 degrees. They really have fall here, so that'll be fun. But it's not about me. Let's talk about y'all. Let's get some cards. Let's see what energy we have today. So we have the Devil card, which is 15, and then 1 + 5 is 6, and that gives us the Lovers card, and that's about relationships. It's really about learning in relationships. And so sometimes the Devil card is for addiction. It talks about addiction. And so what addictions do you have within your relationships? That's what I said on the video for the daily card. And it's a really good question. So what addictions do you have in your relationship? What are you addicted to? I can tell you there's a pathology that I have at the beginning of relationships. There always has to be some trauma that happens. I like trauma bond, I guess. But there's everything goes good. I'm talking about romantic relationships. We'll meet and I'll like the person, and something has to happen that almost breaks my heart, and then that's how I connect to the person. It's very weird. But I found in all my major relationships that happen. So I have to figure out where that is. Where does that live? And I can use tarot to help with that, so that I can heal it. So the next time I have one of those relationships, I can just kind of go past that tendency. What addictions do you have in relationships? Do you usually find yourself blaming someone else for your sacrifices? Do you find that you don't take responsibility for your part? Because in relationships, you are only 50%. The other person's only 50% of the relationship. They cannot be 100% responsible for it, because mathematically, scientifically, they can only be 50% of it. A relationship 1 + 1 = 11, not 2. It equals a different number when you come together. So What do you do that you're addicted to? All of the things that cause negativity in your relationships. The things that work, they work for you. But if they don't, then that's what you want to kind of explore. So you want to have a card around your love life. Yes. You're addicted to one person. So remember that everybody in your life, every relationship that you maintain is a reflection of something that's going on inside you. So if there's a person that you're addicted to, they reflect something inside yourself that's ready to be healed. I'm going to pull a card. I'm just going to pull it around love and see what happens. Let's ground together. So deep, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth to release your day. So far, it's like a little bit after lunch, so you've probably had a couple of funky things happen so far today. But let's just release it so far. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and I want you to ground, become really heavy as you can in your seat. Heavy, heavy, heavy. And then deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth to connect with me. And I'm going to pull a card and see, what does love have to say for you today? What is love? Ooh, you have Valor, which is a Wands card. It's 7 of Wands, Valor. And so Valor is a lot about righteousness. And so if you're supposed to be associating love with righteousness, what is righteous about love? That's the part that you're supposed to be focusing on. And this is purple, which is deep knowledge, deep familial knowledge, like royal. And so I feel like there's a pathology or something you have to work in that your people kind of do that you need to work on with the righteousness that has to do with love. It feels like there's a lot of forbidden keeps coming up in my head. Forbidden. You're used to a lot of forbiddenness around and taboo around love, which is actually more fetishy. And so I think that you're supposed to kind of really get in contact with what of that is love and true fascination, love, versus like lust. I hope that makes sense. That's what you're supposed to be sparsing out. That's what your entanglement with love is. What is truly love and what is like a lust kind of temporary kind of thing. You might be finding that's where you find the difficulty. If not, I can pull some more tarot and see why. But there's something about the taboo in love that trips y'all up, your people. So you have to see how that's associated with you. What else? What other questions about love? What today we talk about love and addiction. So is there anything about addiction maybe? Let's figure out what we should do about our addictions. I know I'm so glad that makes sense. I know that there's a huge like carb addiction. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I'm pretty sure it's so terrible for my body. I have to break it. And it's like one of those things. It's like smoking. I can't like have it around. I have to just go 0 and then get rid of it. Speaking of which, in moving, I came across the pack of cigarettes that I have that I quit with 5 years ago. There's like 3 or 4 in there. And it was interesting to look at this thing that I smoked for 20 years, for a long time, but I was able to quit. And having that around kind of reminded me. So I was like, do I keep it? Do I keep it? Is it the magic that keeps me not smoking, or do I like throw it away because I'm over it now? I don't know. I don't think I'm over it. I can never touch one again. So anyway, it was interesting to see that. And like in this time of transition, when I'm growing and changing so much, here is proof that I can grow and change. I was a smoker and I'm not anymore for 5 years, and I smell it, and it doesn't draw me like it used to. It used to be hard to be around people smoking, man. Woo, cigarettes smell good. They did. They don't anymore. And so, change happens. You grow, you do stuff. So let's see what card we need to pull about addiction. We pulled one about love. Let's pull one about addiction. What do we all need to know about addiction right now? Let's see. Hi, everybody's here. Can y'all hit the thumbs up? Ooh, look, isn't that cool? So this is I want you to, can you see? It's the sorrow. That says sorrow. It's the Three of Swords, sorrow. So what we're supposed to know about addiction is that addiction is to release sorrow. It's all about stuffing. And so as long as that pain exists, as long as the initial slight isn't addressed, or the ramifications of that, that's where the addiction lives. That's what addiction's about. It's all about stuffing. I know for me, it's always been about stuff. Every addiction I have is about stuffing or escapism. Makes sense. So that's what we need to know about addiction is. It's about an unhealedness. And that makes sense. What other questions? You guys have other questions? I was gonna go and post it on Facebook, but I think I just want to see how the YouTube group family comes together when I pop on. It's Thursday live, and yeah. Any other questions so far? I think I'm gonna pop back on after quiet time. We got through our first set of school so far today. Let's see, one more card to send us on our way, and then I'll part. Let's see. One more card. And it's inverted gain. So we had inverted sorrow and inverted gain. Inverted gain is about it's time to conserve money, to pull in, to not be extravagant, to save rather than spend. And so whatever you're able to kind of scrape together today, whatever extras that you do have and get around you, be real frugal today. That's what the tarot is saying so far. If you guys come up with questions after I get off, go ahead and just write them in there for me. And if not, make sure you have on the notification bell, because then you'll know when I come back on. And I will be coming back on. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.